Wayne Manor, 439. Ooh, it's being rebuilt. Nice.
What an eventful evening.
And say that again.
I've taken the liberty of preparing some refreshments.
Thanks, Al. I need to focus. Maybe music will help.
What the heck? No, I don't want any of this. I want heavy metal, Metallica, Sabaton, Slayer, Iron Maiden. Come on. Fine, we'll go with classical.
Can't go wrong with the classics.
But really, we're using something like this? This high-tech lab, and you don't have, like, an actual sound system?
The computer is finished scanning the Riddler's puzzle box.
I just find that
It's
so
ready when you
ironic.
Let's get to work.
Let's walk around first, see if there's anything around here. Nope. Oh, hang on, there's like a little wall of stuff here. I see like Harvey Dent. Catwoman.
Selena. She'll turn up again. I'm looking forward to it.
Oh, no, go back to this, okay. Selena Kyle, thief for hire, Catwoman. Selena Kyle came to Gotham to perform a number of robberies for the children of Arkham, though she eventually helped me stop them. She left Gotham during Lady Arkham's final assault on the city, and I don't know whether she'll ever return. Despite our differences, I enjoyed sparring with her. Two-Face, Harvey Dent, corrupt mayor of Gotham. Harvey Dent was once a promising mayoral candidate and one of my closest friends. I supported his campaign and his vision for Gotham. After he was attacked by the children of Arkham, he became Two-Face, a violent and deeply paranoid criminal. During his brief stint as mayor, he used his authority to enforce martial law throughout the city. The Penguin, Oswald Cobblepot, revolutionary. Oswald Cobblepot was a terrorist, anarchist, and my oldest friend. Born to one of Gotham's most prestigious families, he lived abroad after his mother was committed to Arkham Asylum by my father. He returned to Gotham and joined the children of Arkham, seeking revenge on my family for destroying his. And of course, Lady Arkham, Vicky Vale, terrorist leader. Vicky Vale was a well-known and respected reporter at the Gotham Gazette, but she was born Vicky Arkham, a victim of my father's criminal activities. She created her alter ego, Lady Arkham, and her terrorist organization, the Children of Arkham, to destroy Gotham's elite. I defeated her, but I don't know if she's alive or dead. Her body was never found. She was crushed by a shit ton of stone rubble. I highly doubt she's alive. Let's see what's over here. The Batsuit.
Lucius's latest model. Never ceases to impress.
Batsuit. Latest design. My suit always takes a lot of damage, but still does what it's supposed to do. Hide my identity, intimidate criminals, and keep me alive. Lucius gave me this upgraded model after my battle with Lady Arkham last year. The new suit has improved armaments, shielding, and scanning technology. Anchor, heavy grappling device. I can't be everywhere at once, but this design makes it easy to take care of business from across a room, whether that business is wresting weapons away from criminals or stopping something heavy from falling on bystanders. Grapple gun. This gun allows me essential freedom of movement around the city, whether that's from building to building or straight up from a crowd of enemies. The Batarangs, military-grade titanium weapon. A few of these can clear out a room full of gunmen. Heavy, sleek, and extremely sharp. Smoke grenades. These grenades create a smoke screen that confuses enemies and allows me to hide, striking from the shadows. Stunner. This device can stop a criminal cold with a powerful electric shock. It's flashy and unsubtle, but it's guaranteed to incapacitate a target no matter their size. And there's the Batsuit. Everything else is, yeah. The old model.
Lucius's handiwork.
Batsuit. Previous model. My suit always takes a lot of damage, but still does what it's supposed to do. Hide my identity, intimidate criminals, and keep me alive. This batsuit was damaged in fights against the Children of Arkham and Harvey Dent's paramilitary troops. Lucius has since given me an even better version of the suit. I hold on to this one to remind me to never let my guard down in battle. And that's the grappling hook. And that's everything over here. The Batmobile.
Oh, that's the stuff. That's still the stuff.
That's still the stuff. What happens if we do it a third time?
Every single time.
Fourth time, let's go.
Like sweet music.
Fifth time, let's do it.
Never gets old.
Clearly. How many lines did they record for this?
Never gets old.
Okay, it's getting old now. Do it again.
Okay, I should stop. Don't want to lose its luster.
That was fun. All right, back to the seriousness of it all. Let's look at the riddle.
No explosives detected, no radioactivity. Nothing dangerous at all so far.
Computer, run another scan. I want to be absolutely sure this thing is safe.
Also, I took the liberty of digging up everything I could find on the agency. There's plenty here. Know your enemy and all that.
You okay?
It comes and goes. Ever since the kidnapping and all the other business with Lady Arkham.
Alfred.
No, don't you worry about me. No, I should be fine. It was worse after my first tour of duty.
Your family, Alfred. We worry about family.
Thank you, Bruce. It'll pass. Working always helps.
I assume there's going to be a new codex. Let's look at the codex first. We got a lot of people. We have James Gordon. Over the past year, my partnership with Jim has flourished. I finally won his trust, and Gotham City is a better place for it. Batman used to be hidden in the shadows, but Jim has helped me step into the light and find legitimacy. For that, I'm grateful. I think Jim is finally settling into his new role as police commissioner. It's been difficult transition. I don't think he'll ever be comfortable with the tragic way he received his promotion, but I trust he'll use his newfound authority to make this city a better place. Gotham is lucky to have him, and so am I. I couldn't ask for a better partner. Renee Montoya. Things are looking up for Jim Gordon's favorite true blue cop. Renee Montoya was recently promoted to detective after she was exonerated of the murder of Carmine Falcone. It was evidence I provided that proved she was under the influence of Lady Arkham's drug when she committed the crime. I admire Renee's dedication to law enforcement and fierce loyalty to Jim. It's evident that she lives for her work, often at the cost of her personal life. Sounds like a problem we both share. I hope she's involved with this game. I liked her in Season 1. Lucius Fox. And of course he's voiced by Dave Fennoy. Lee. There would be no Batman without Lucius Fox. In a sense, he's built me from Batsuit to Batmobile. Everything I am, everything I've become, I owe to him. A brilliant engineer and trusted confidant, Lucius is one of the few people I can depend on in this world. In addition to being Wayne Enterprises' technological leader, I've entrusted him to run a secret R&D wing where he designs and develops new Bat-Tech. Alfred Pennyworth. I am not my father's son. I am Alfred's. After my mother and father were murdered, he was the one who did the hard work of raising me. It couldn't have been easy for him, making sure he instilled the right values and steered me away from the vices of my father. Steadfast, true, and compassionate, Alfred knows me better than anybody, certainly better than I know myself. He's my moral compass and my best friend. Last year he was kidnapped by Lady Arkham. I'm still riddled with guilt over what happened. I just hope he can recover from the emotional trauma of the ordeal. All I want is for him to be healthy and happy again. Imana Vesta. It was Special Agent Imana Vesta who handed me the psychological profile on Riddler. I don't know much about her other than that she's a Gotham native and seems to have the confidence of Amanda Waller. She's also a huge fan of Batman, which is somewhat relieving. Maybe I can use that to my advantage in further dealings with the agency. Amanda Waller. I got my first glimpse at Amanda Waller outside the casino after Riddler's grisly attack on Rumi Mori, a former congressional aide and political science PhD. Impressive. Waller's irrepressible ambition has shot her straight to the top of government's top covert law enforcement organization, the Agency. Such a terrible name. She's recently been promoted to regional director with a jurisdiction that spans the entire northeastern United States, including Gotham City. Alright, so we know that Gotham City is in a northeastern state. I just wish we knew which state and which governor to blame for her. If it's Jersey, I can blame Christie. If it's New York, I can blame Cuomo. I don't know. I just don't know. Gordon doesn't like her that much is clear. Understandable. She's a force of nature who's threatening his turf. I just wish I knew more about her intentions towards Gotham. She seems like she could be a powerful friend, but an even more powerful enemy. Vernon Blake, Special Agent Blake, Avesta's terse partner. I met him as Batman after Riddler's attack on the casino. Not much to say about him at the moment. The Riddler. Hang on, I just want to look at something. I don't know, it's just that they look kind of alike. The Riddler is an old name in Gotham, one we thought was gone for good. He was dangerous enough that even Carmine Falcone, Mayor Hill, and my father left him alone. An international terrorist wanted by Interpol and hunted by the agency, the Riddler's modus operandi is to torture and kill his marks by forcing them to solve his macabre riddles. According to the agency's profile on him, Riddler's got a genius-level IQ and exhibits signs of narcissistic and obsessive-compulsive personality disorders. He's cruel, calculating, and merciless, and I will bring him down. Holy shit, there's so much in the Codex already. Rumi Mori, there are two sides to Rumi Mori, the face he shows to the public and the person he really are. The person he keeps in the shadows, hidden from the prying eyes of polite society. Mori wants everyone to believe he's a model citizen. He paints his public persona with philanthropy and a seemingly legitimate business empire. But take a closer look behind the mask and you'll catch a glimpse of the real Rumi Mori. War, profiteer, and murderer. He made his fortune running guns during the Arab Spring and soon after diversified into high-tech weaponry. Of course, Mori's illicit activities have never been proven in the court of law. Riddler had some bone to pick with Mori. Perhaps that's why he targeted him at the Virago. It's not surprising a man like that would have enemies. I wonder how he made one of the Riddler. The Agency, one of the nation's most clandestine national security organizations, the Agency operates in the darkest shadows of the criminal justice system. Not much is known about their day-to-day operations, but what little information I can dig up about them is that the Agency influence is awe-inspiring, stretching across international borders and reaching the highest echelons of political power. Thomas Wayne. My father and possibly the worst criminal the city has ever known, Thomas Wayne. I once thought he was a hero, a man who died trying to protect my mother and I from a bullet of a common crook. I was wrong. I found out the truth about my father not long ago. He wasn't the philanthropic doctor he pretended to be. He was a monster who amassed our family's wealth by drugging and gaslighting Gotham's wealthiest families and robbing them of their fortunes. He devastated lives and destroyed minds. To rob someone of their sanity is one of the worst things you can do to a person. I would know. Lady Arkham robbed me of mine as recompense for my father's sins. I hope that debt is paid. I want nothing more than to leave his dark legacy in the past. Martha Wayne, my mother, the unsung hero. I witnessed her and my father's assassination when I was just a child. My memories of her are few and far between, but I cherish each one. She was the one who was going to blow the whistle on my father, stop him once and for all, but they were murdered before she could expose him. Joe Chill was a hitman sent by Mayor Hill to keep their scheme from being exposed. My mother is my saving grace. Everything that is good in me, I inherited from her. Gotham City, population 10.5 million. Gotham City is more than my hometown. It's my passion project. When I look out into that skyline, I don't see a city. I see a living, breathing organism that keeps evolving, adapting to new threats. I must adapt with it. The criminals with this place attracts are no different. There was a time when all you had to worry about was wise guys and street thugs. But crime, too, has evolved. The crime rate may be down, but the villains are becoming more and more bizarre, more terrifying. Sometimes I think crime is a virus that keeps mutating into more virulent strains and the city is sick with it. I'll let Batman be the cure. Arkham Asylum, how many more of these are there? Established November 1921, Gotham City's only maximum security psychiatric hospital. I was committed here for a couple of days after I was drugged by Lady Arkham and was incited to attack Oswald Cobblepot, so this place doesn't exactly hold the best memories for me. That's one of the reasons I'm renovating it. Once outdated and dilapidated, Wayne Enterprises has promised to bring this antiquated asylum into the 21st century by turning it into a state-of-the-art mental health facility. Wayne Enterprises, 1870 established. Multinational corporation founded by my ancestors covering all manner of technology, manufacturing, and finance. I inherited a majority stake from my parents and have recently become more involved in its day-to-day operations. So far so good. Stocks are up and Wayne Enterprises R&D department is developing some pretty exciting new technologies. Crime Alley, Park Row, Gotham City. The squalid downtown alley where my parents were assassinated. The street across from the Monarch Theater is the place my childhood ended and the rest of my life began. Violently. I installed a plaque there to honor my parents before I knew the truth of my father's criminality. Okay, finally the last one. Gotham City Police Department HQ. The GCPD is Gotham's first line of defense against criminals both mundane and bizarre. When Monster Carmine Falcone was in power, he kept at least half of the force in his pocket, but not all of them. James Gordon was one of the few he couldn't corrupt. Since Falcone and Mayor Hill were taken down, Gordon has worked to clean up the corruption in the department. Crime rates have fallen dramatically since Gordon took over as police commissioner. Since Wayne Enterprises pledged to rebuild Arkham Asylum, the GCPD has worked closely with the facility to determine which criminals should go to Arkham for rehabilitation and which belong in Blackgate Prison. And we're done! Okay. Let's go to the Gotham feed. I want to look at this. Gotham Media Feed, Gotham Citizens Support GCPD Batman Partnership by Julia Martins. Despite some heavy criticism from elected officials, the Gotham City Police Department's public partnership with the mass vigilante known as Batman has been a rousing success with the city's population. Across the board, the crime in Gotham City limits has been down from the previous year, with violent crimes hitting a record low. Though some of the city council have raised concerns about Batman's hidden identity and his operation outside the restrictions of the law, it doesn't appear to be hurting public opinion. I don't care who he is, I care that he makes things safer, said grocery store owner Wayne Barton, whose business has seen a 50% spike in sales after dark in recent months. Council member Gail Rich is sympathetic to business owners like Barton, but she maintains, until we know who this Batman is, I don't think we can ever be truly safe. Wayne Enterprises stock hits record high. Wayne Enterprises stock hit a record high of $120 per share today during afternoon trading, surpassing its previous high of $115 per share over a year ago. The record high is the latest event in the company's recent hot streak since Bruce Wayne returned to the company as CEO last year following his brief ouster. Wayne was removed from the CEO position last year and replaced with Oswald Cobblepot in a move that resulted in Wayne publicly assaulting Cobblepot and being briefly admitted to Arkham Asylum. Wayne has since claimed the assault was the side effect of a drug injection at the hands of the former Gazette reporter Vicky Vale, who conducted criminal business under the name Lady Arkham. Dent trial date pushed back again. Now this is actually interesting. I hope Dent's in the game, as well as Cobblepot. A federal judge has delayed the start of former Gotham Mayor Harvey Dent's criminal trial by several more months, following the departure of the defendant's entire legal team. The team, led by attorney Brandon Hoffman, announced that they were recusing themselves in a pretrial hearing on Monday morning. Instead, Dent, who previously served as Gotham's district attorney, has insisted on representing himself in the trial. In a statement in court, Hoffman said, I no longer feel I can defend Mr. Dent to the best of my ability. Judge Harriet Stokes then moved to delay the trial for 2 more months while Dent prepared his case. This is the 4th delay to the trial and the 3rd set of attorneys to part ways with Dent, who is facing multiple charges of murder, criminal negligence, and fraud. Gazette investigation, what is the agency? It seems Batman is no longer the most mysterious crime fighter on the streets of Gotham City these days. Multiple sources from law enforcement have confirmed with the Gazette that a mysterious governmental entity known as the agency has been conducting operations in the city recently. On the record, there is no evidence of any federal crime-fighting organization by this name, but many sources who have requested anonymity have confirmed that the agency has been present at several recent crime scenes and exerted considerable authority. I have no idea who these people are, but when they show up, they're in charge, one officer said. They act like they know what they're doing, but with no way to check their track record, I guess we have to take them at their word. Oh boy, I don't like this sound of this. Officials say Cobblepot, model prisoner. In stark contrast with the ongoing saga of Harvey Dent's legal battle, former Wayne Enterprises CEO and convicted domestic terrorist Oswald Cobblepot is a model prisoner at Blackgate Prison. The man who briefly aligned himself with the terrorist organization Children of Arkham pleaded guilty to all charges against him earlier this year. He was sentenced to 40 years to be served in Blackgate. Observers and legal experts were surprised at Cobblepot's decision to forego a hearing in court, but from all accounts he appears to be enjoying his new life in jail. We don't have a bad thing to say about him, said one Blackgate guard who wished to remain anonymous. You get to talking to him and he's actually pretty charming. He's super smart. I don't like the sound of that. Alright. Now we can focus on the big deal. Let's look at the files first.
The agency. The public face of a shadow committee of military leaders, intelligence experts, and government officials. Civil rights violations, domestic black sites, decentralized accountability.
This information, it's all before Waller took over the director position. Perhaps she's given them a new direction.
Maybe, but the agency's empowered to override local law enforcement with impunity.
Batman's got some competition in town. I wonder if we need be worried about losing our
I
unpaid and
just
thoroughly
don't trust
exhausting
Waller,
job.
to be honest.
The Riddler's a flashy homicidal maniac with a thing for puzzles, and Waller and her agency might be just as dangerous.
Again, Waller may be running a more ethical operation these days.
Well, she'll have to earn my trust.
Yes. Riddler terrorized this city long before you were Batman.
Gotham's original costumed criminal.
Yes, to have him returned, it's unsettling. I remember when he was the scourge of the underworld. Even Carmine Falcone gave him a wide berth. He was presumed dead for so long. Why come back to Gotham?
Well, he seemed to have a prior relationship with Mori. Some kind of axe to grind. Let me upload the rest of this to the Codex. The agency realized Riddler was still alive when he orchestrated a prison break at Peña Duro.
My men here say you let yourself get caught, Mr. Riddler.
Just Riddler.
Why willingly turn yourself in?
Oh, Mr. Warden, to get everyone else out, of course. That wasn't obvious.
The man's deranged. If
Clearly.
you ask me, he needs help. He's clearly sick. The man is in urgent need of a doctor.
I know just the place for him. Plenty of room at Arkham Asylum.
Next to him, most of the inmates seem like a picture of health.
What was that?
You should see your face. Its confusion is delightful. I think I'll take it with me.
I take everything back.
I looked at everything in the Codex.
Let's see what Riddler's little gift is all about.
Solve my puzzles soon, or people will get hurt. Riddler's MO hasn't changed.
That's
in all
an
these
easy riddle.
years.
Oh wait, that's not supposed to be a riddle?
There's writing engraved along the rim. I have an eye, yet cannot see. Who am I?
That sounds familiar. I've heard it before.
Don't happen to remember the answer, do you?
Google.
Sadly, no.
Just use Google. We have Google now. I'm leaning towards I have a needle or I have a hurricane. I'm gonna go I have
The
a
eye
needle.
of a needle.
But how does that relate to the object in question?
Maybe it's telling us how to use it.
Sounds very plausible.
Look at these strange grooves.
Find something to use the disc with. Oh, the movie tickets.
Never forget.
Nothing here. Alfred,
Your
let's
guess
talk.
is as good as mine.
Well, you were a lot of help. Wait a minute. Don't tell me the only reason we have the actual record player here is so we can play that? Really? That's why you put the record player instead of an actual, like, Speaker system.
Needle.
Okay, that's fucking stupid,
record
but
needle.
whatever.
Halfway there, Batman. Means you've got half a chance of stopping a whole lot of pain. To be honest, you're already doing better than I thought. But don't sit around feeling pleased with yourself. Unless you want to see me tear this city apart.
I suppose you're going to look in there.
An open invitation from the Riddler? Of course. Huh. Looks like I'm manipulating radio bands or waveforms. Something. I'm not sure what I'm looking at or how any of it is actually displaying.
And that sound.
What? Oh, I'm not really sure about any of it. Get Lucius on the line, will you?
Hey, Alfred.
Good morning, Lucius. I hope we're not interrupting your breakfast.
My youngest is probably stealing all the bacon, but duty calls. What's up?
This is a puzzle from the Riddler. There's a strange waveform pattern I can manipulate inside that needs your expertise.
Yeah, okay. I can meet you at Wayne Tower in a little bit. We'll, fire up the R&D lab.
I wouldn't ask if it wasn't important, Lucius.
No, don't worry about it. It's actually gonna be a big day for me. Tiffany starts at Wayne Enterprises.
Tiffany? Really?
Your daughter working alongside you. How wonderful.
Certainly is. Bruce, I'll see you soon.
Bye, Lucius. Can't wait to see Tiffany.
Access the Bat computer at any time by entering the Bat cave from the main
I'll
menu.
be at Wayne Tower.
Good hunting, Bruce.